Hello and welcome back to part 5 of our Sugar Beach tank top crochet along. In last week's video, we finished our front panel and were instructed to make an identical back one. We'll seam the two together up the sides, add the neckline edging and straps, then finish up the bottom with some additional edging to finally finish our Sugar Beach tank top. To start, let's lay our two pieces on top of each other with the front post stitches facing towards us. Remember that the side where the front post stitches show is the wrong side of our work. We'll reattach our yarn at the bottom of our work through both panels. Chain 1. Then, working through both layers of fabric, single crochet evenly up the side of your tank top. This works best if you place 2 stitches in the post of each double crochet as you make your way up your work. Make sure that you keep both the front and back aligned so that the stripes match up on both sides. Once you've seamed all the way up the straight side edge of your tank top, you can fasten off your work. Our first side seam is complete. Reattach your yarn to the opposite side of your shirt and repeat the process of seaming the sides, starting at the bottom and single crocheting upwards. Fasten off again and turn your shirt inside out. We've now officially completed seaming together our top. Next, we're going to work the neckline, which includes adding the straps as we work along. Attach your yarn to the double crochet post beside your side seam. Chain 1, then single crochet into that same stitch again. Next, we're going to chain 3 and single crochet back into that same double crochet post. This creates a little loop that is a super cute detail. We're going to repeat this into every single double crochet post along the armhole until reaching the very last one. So we'll be placing a single crochet, chain 3, and another single crochet into each double crochet post. When you reach your last double crochet post, we'll start making one of our tie straps. Place 2 single crochets into that last post, then chain a length that you want your tie strap to be. It should be long enough to reach over your shoulder, plus a little extra length so you can tie it into a bow. I decided to make mine 45 chains long. Chain an extra 2. Then a half double crochet into the 3rd chain from your hook. Half double crochet into each chain all the way down until you reach the end of your foundation chain. After reaching the end of your chain, make 2 more single crochets into the space that your first 2 single crochets and strap are in. This concludes our very first strap. Next, we're going to single crochet into the next stitch and each across until we reach the opposite side of our neckline. We'll now repeat the strap making process to create a second strap. Make 2 single crochet stitches into the next space. Next, chain the same amount as you did before, so I'm making 45 chains again. Make an additional 2 chains, half double crochet into the 3rd chain from your hook, and each across until reaching the end of your chain. Then make 2 single crochets back into that same stitch that your previous 2 single crochets were in. After making our second strap, we can continue making a decorative border around the armholes by placing a single crochet, chain 3, and then another single crochet into each double crochet post all along the armhole. Once you reach your last post, repeat the strap making process. Then single crochet across the rest of the neckline and make your 4th strap just like we did previously. We can go back to our decorative border for the armholes again, so single crochet into the next post, chain 3, and then single crochet back into the same spot. Keep repeating this decorative edging all the way around until you reach your very first single crochet made at the start of this step. Once you reach the end of your round, all you have to do is slip stitch into that very first single crochet made. Cut your yarn and fasten off, and we've just completed the neckline and straps of our Sugar Beach tank top. If you'd like to add tassels to the end of your straps, you'll need a piece of cardboard that's the length you want your tassels to be, scissors, and some extra yarn. First, you're going to want to cut 2 lengths of yarn that are about 20 centimeters long. Place one of the cut lengths of yarn perpendicular to the length of cardboard and flip it over so you're looking at the other side of the cardboard. Keeping that cut piece of yarn in place with your hand on the other side, take your ball of yarn and start wrapping it around the cardboard about 25 times. After you've wrapped your yarn about 25 times, cut your yarn. Then, turn your cardboard around and use that first length of yarn to tie a knot around your wrapped yarn. Be sure to double knot this so that it's extra secure. You can now turn your piece of cardboard over and cut across your little bundle of yarn to free it. Next, you're going to want to take your second length of pre-cut yarn and tie it in a knot about 3 centimeters down from the top of your tassel. Again, make sure to double knot this part. You can even flip it over and knot it again, just to make sure that it stays extra secure. Trim all of the ends at the bottom so they're all the same length and admire your new tassel. Repeat these steps 3 more times so that you have a total of 4 tassels, 1 for each strap. To attach the tassels, use a crochet hook to feed one of the long ends of yarn at the top of the tassel through the strap. Then simply just make a double knot to secure it. Weave in those extra ends into the rest of the strap. Repeat this attaching process onto each of your 4 straps. We're almost done crocheting our top, just 1 step left. Let's add some edging to the bottom. Attach your yarn to the double crochet post beside your side seam. Chain 1. Then single crochet into that same post. Chain 3, then single crochet back into that same post. single crochet into the next double crochet post, then chain 3, and single crochet back into the same spot. This is the exact same technique that we used along the neckline, and we'll be repeating it all around our bottom hem. When you get to the center chain spaces of your work, just place a single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet into it, just like you've been doing for the rest of this round. Just like we did in the neckline of our top, at the end of our round, we're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet that we made and then fasten off. Now that the crocheting component of this top is done, we can weave in all of our ends. I personally like to turn my work inside out and weave in my ends on the wrong side of my work. Once your ends are all woven in, you just simply have to block your garment using whatever your preferred method is. I like to steam block my garments, but you do whatever you'd like. With that, we have finally completed our Sugar Beach tank top crochet along. I hope you had loads of fun stitching up this fun summer top. Be sure to tag Hooked and I in any social media posts of your finished garment. We'd love to see. Thanks so much for watching.